have you been training?
This is gonna be like my third year.
Okay,
Third year
nice.
training.
And
Yeah,
you're blue belt, right?
I'm a blue belt. Yeah.
Nice, cool. I've been a blue belt for like 7 years now.
Oh man.
I took a bunch of time off. I had a whole bunch of kids and stuff. I got like 3 little kids running around downstairs, but it's
No, me
funny.
too. That's why I'm on the phone quick because I got the girls running a load. I got 3 girls.
Yeah, I'm the same. Oh, I'm the same. Oh, wow, 3 girls, man. So
Yeah.
you're overrun, bro.
Yeah. I got a dog. It was supposed to be a boy. I was gonna name it Maximus. Ends up being a girl.
Oh, the
I come.
dog too?
Yeah, I come home. I'm thinking, baby, it's Maximus. It's a boy because my friend told me it was gonna be a boy. I brought it. I didn't even think to check, and then say, babe, this isn't a boy. It's a girl. I'm like, stop. And then we fell in love. The girls fell
Oh,
in
you
love with
can't get
her. And
away from it. Oh man.
can't get away from it.
So how's work going with you? You guys busy or like what do you do?
I'm in the street crime unit now, which is like why I shouted out the guys, So it's good. It's a change up from patrol. I've been in patrol for most of my career, and then I just started the street crime unit in February of this year.
Nice,
So
awesome.
just been learning a lot with the guys, and it's cool because I work with good people. They all into the Jiu-Jitsu. One of them trains MMA. The other one represents our PBA in boxing. So it's pretty cool.
Nice. So you were how much time you have on now?
So I did 4 years in the jail, and this is my 6th year with North Bergen.
Okay, nice. And the street crime unit that's is plainclothes, right?
Plain clothes, yes sir.
Nice. Wow. So there's not a lot of departments that are still doing plainclothes, man.
Yeah, and that's why it was a blessing. I jumped on the opportunity when I could. Cause it's a different, different environment, different atmosphere, different type of work, but it's cool
Yeah,
learning.
for sure. I was in the NYPD for 4 years. I was mostly patrol. Like I started off at foot post, then went to patrol. From patrol, we went to like a conditions unit, which is like it's like baby street crime. Like we were doing the street crime stuff. We were just still in uniform, like we had on marks. I never made it to anti-crime because I left from the NYPD to the county. And then once I got to the county, that's when like COVID and like the riots started happening and like they were disbanding like all the plainclothes units and I was like I kind of missed out on the opportunity, but I don't know, it was always good. But dude, the guys who do street crime, especially nowadays, dude, oh my god, they're worth their weight in gold, bro. If you could learn that skill now and like especially do it in like this environment with like body cameras and video, dude,
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I think the best cops in the nation right now are guys who are doing plainclothes work and like still make it work. You know what I mean?
yeah. No, I just learned so much because when I was in patrol, I didn't think about getting this number or following up with this guy. And now that I'm in the street, like reading those reports, you realize like, oh man, it would have been crucial if this guy talked to this guy, or got me this phone number, or got me this footage. So now, like if I ever do go back to patrol, like my brain will work so much different than just like handling a job, kind of like taking a report, looking at this now. I kind of like now the investigative part of the work. So it
Mhm.
kind of makes me see both sides.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think that like the art of like getting information or like talking to people, you think it's a bully thing, like you like you guys are the jump out boys, or do you see it as like not swindling people, but like speaking to people on like a human level, like the guys that you say that like you're learning from and stuff like that. Like how how do you guys like get the information? A bunch of people like always wonder. A bunch of people like always ask me because I'm in the squad now. They're like, "Yo, how do you get people to like give it up? Like, how do you get people to like tell you the truth?" And I'm like, honestly, I was like, you kind of just like talk to them like normal. Like, do you see the same thing or?
Yeah, it was so crazy because I'm telling my wife, like, babe, all these guys are tough guys, and I'm so clean, like, I never did anything, like, so being around them, I thought, like, I gotta, like, do something, like, to be tough with them. And then you get out, and then their personalities kind of, like, they give it up. Like, no one, like, they could probably, like, put this guy on the floor and everything, like, hey, man, like, I know you could probably beat us all up. We're not here to start a problem with you. We want to solve this quick. So it was like, oh, wow. Like, like, really talking to people, really getting down to their level and not having an ego. Because sometimes you get out the car and right away they know what it's about. They know they got a warrant. They know you found them. So right away they're on the defensive, cursing, trying to start some type of confrontation. And look, man, like, and it's always calm. Try to talk it down, try to de-escalate it, and then if you have to, you have to. But 9 out of 10 times, they're so good at de-escalating because they come that, hey, look, I know you're mad, like, don't relax, just chill. Like, you could probably beat us all up, but we have more coming. We have patrol units out there. So it's like, damn, okay. And then it helps that they got the ear, the cauliflower ear. So right away they look at that stuff and they're like, all right, man, all right, you got this. Like, it's pretty cool to see how it's done because that's what I thought. I thought street crime guys just don't even ask questions or talk. They just jump out the car, put some, but like, now we have body cams and everything like that. And so I think it helps a little bit because it doesn't make you have to not just resort on like brute force or kind of like taking someone down. It kind of makes you feel like your connection with people. And then when
Yeah,
you handle, and then like it's been cool because you take you like usually sometimes in patrol like you arrest somebody, I don't never have to deal with them again, kind of, with this guy, like sometimes you arrest somebody and then they'll be willing to talk to you about something else or like, hey man, you're pretty cool, how about what if I help you with this? And 9 out of 10 times those interactions happen when you have a good rapport, when you build a good rapport, instead of just like putting somebody down, putting the cuffs on them, just shut up, like. So that was the big difference. Seeing like when you talk to somebody and build a good rapport with them, it could be they can help you further down the line. Like right, like I'll get random numbers on my phone call. But, oh, this investigator Diaz, hey man, like you guys locked me up like 2 months ago, but I know about this thing. You told me if I ever needed help or something, like what if I tell you? So that's the exchange of information. It's pretty cool.
for sure. Yeah, dude, it's a totally different skill. Like I learned it. I guess. Well, I'm still learning it, but I learned it the hard way a bunch of times.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't butt heads with people, man. And you know what's fun? Jiu-Jitsu, for me, it helped a lot because, dude, it's like an ego killer. I mean, it'll give you the confidence for sure to be like, all right, listen, if it goes hands on, like, I'm pretty confident in myself. But the biggest thing for me was like the ego killer of like, everybody wants to act tough and everybody wants to do this, especially if you're doing like street crime work and things like that. But yo, if you train and you're confident in yourself, you're like, whatever. And usually people will see that attitude and then and they'll be like, all right, yeah, this guy like clearly he knows what it's about. But has jujitsu like helped you with that, like in that specific skill?
1,000%. I wish I started when I was in the jail, because I think when you don't know how to fight, you kind of take everything like defensive, or like if you don't know, like I had no self defense or anything like that. I just kind of like what I knew growing up, which usually is just people throwing haymakers or cursing at each other and stuff like that. So in the jail, like it would get to me because I felt everybody was a threat. I felt everything was a possible altercation. I had to show some type of like anger or something like that to show them, hey, respect me and this and that. And then when I started doing jujitsu, little by little, I kind of felt easier talking to people, more confident talking to people. And then I didn't want to get into an altercation. Where like in the jail or something like that, before I knew how to fight, I felt like I had to prove myself to my coworkers and this and, oh, like this guy's cursing me out right now, making me look like an idiot in front of these guys. And I would engage in it kind of like, cause I don't want to be made to look soft in front of my coworkers. And now that I know that I'm like that I've trained a little bit and that I've taken it very serious, I feel more confident with myself that I'm like, okay, look, man, okay, you could beat me up. I don't have a problem like letting it, whatever you got to say, let me just talk. Like my goal is to de-escalate the situation and get the job done. So, that's the biggest thing that I've seen in me, and that my coworkers have seen in me. When I started training, I don't want to get into a fight with nobody. It's like, hey, I get in a fight when I go train. I don't need to get a fight at work.
And
So
I fight enough, man. Like I don't
yeah,
need
like
it.
I train in that. Yeah.
For sure. So how did you hear about Heroes on the Mat?
So one of my friends is actually competing. Another North Bergen cop, George Simbaria. He's competing in heavyweight, and he's been kind of like an inspiration to me because we went to high school together. We went to North Bergen together and all that. But he gained a tons of weight. And tons of weight. Like he like typical kind of cop. Like back when we started No Burger, our hours were rotating, so we would do 4 days on, 3 days off, and then we went from midnights to days, then days to afternoons, and back to midnights. So the eating and so it showed on him.
Yeah.
And then he started training. He started getting back into shape. He started getting motivated again, and then he told me about this, and then I was like, to encourage him and to like kind of support each other. That's what put me onto Heroes on the Mat.
Dude, it's awesome. That's so awesome. I feel like this is helping people. Like jujitsu is almost like the antidote to like police work. Not in the sense of like because dude, it's hard on the mind, it's hard on the body, especially if you're doing the wheel like that, like going from days to nights to midnights. I feel like I mean, yeah, you could do stuff like CrossFit, like you do the running club or whatever. Bro, I feel like jujitsu checks every single box. Like if you're
1,000%.
for anybody listening now too and that doesn't train, that's just like watching the channel. Like, dude, even if you just drop into like a trial class, just like just go back the next day and just go back the next. Like, you're gonna get your ass kicked pretty much every day. I get my ass kicked every day, and then eventually one day you're gonna be like, they have that saying like, you're the nail every day, and then one day you eventually become the hammer. Like, dude, even like a couple classes, man, like it's so awesome. I've seen a ton of cops and a ton of first responders that start training, and once they start training, like everything changes. Attitude, mentality, physically, it's the best. I know you said like, dude, I wish I trained when I was like 15. Like my kid, my big guy, he's 5. We had him in 4 years old, like still in a training diaper, like on the mats. Like I'm like, oh, dude, I'm like jealous for people that
Yeah.
train that start like that. That's cool, man. So, who do you have anybody coming to the event? Like you telling your buddies, friends, family, stuff like that?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get on the channel, like to kind of, because right now it's a good culture around North Bergen. Like all of us are really supporting these things. Like we did the Unity tour together, we did the torch run. Some of us compete in the PBA boxing thing, so we all kind of really like support each other for these type of things. So hopefully we get a big showing of cops from my department that going. My girls definitely, they're like my number one fans. Only they're always worried about me getting hurt, so they're the only ones that are screaming like if they see me, they just tap dad or it's okay dad. Like, so it's funny. My brother also trains a lot. Like we train all the time, so he's really into it. So I have a good amount of people gonna go, God willing.
Oh, that's great, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, the event is really cool. Like, this will be the third one. Each event, and I've been saying this in every interview, is that the event is like it's good for everybody. It's good for coworkers. It's good for family. It's good for friends. It's good for kids. It's like good, like solid, like kind of like savagery energy of like, yeah,
yeah,
we can compete, but it's wholesome at the same time. It's like the best way. I don't know. You got to be there to like really experience it. I think it's so cool. And dude, Jersey's been showing up, man, big time.
yeah, yeah. I was watching the podcast that you did with I think his name was Victor.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And no, Jersey guy. So like when he was going down, all the guys that train from Jersey, I'm like, wow, that guy's from Jersey, or that guy's from Jersey, or like that. Wow, and the gyms and stuff. So it was pretty cool. I didn't know like Gordon Ryan, his brother, all these guys, they're from Jersey. Like, so it was pretty cool to hear about those things.
Dude, Jersey's got high level jujitsu.
Yeah,
High
yeah,
level. It's like a sleeper cell of jujitsu. I,
yeah.
I mean, listen, I don't know about a lot of the other. I haven't traveled that much to do jujitsu really, but dude, Jersey, it's a hot spot for jujitsu for sure.
I started noticing because even some of our local tournaments like NJ, BJJ, or like World League, you got guys from Connecticut, New York, and Rhode Island in my bracket. And after the match, it was kind of cool to talk to them. Like, yo, why do you come all the way here? And he's like, yo, you guys got some good guys in Jersey. So I'm like, wow, like that the competition comes here. Like you got a guy from North Carolina, Texas, and I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, all the big tournaments, like they all have like big, like I think Naga has like their championship like in Jersey. Like it's
Yeah,
crazy. It's definitely a
right.
hot spot. So what message do you have to the people who are going to be watching this to be showing up for your match coming up?
I think it like you said. I think it's the one big selling point that was for me that I really want to be a part of it. That I kind of worked it out with work and everything like that was that it's with law enforcement and military. So that's always good to be in that environment to support those guys and then just to see it, to lead by example. Because a lot of people would tell you for this career it's good to be in shape, it's good to do something for your mental health, but it's hard to take those steps. And like to be in that environment where you get to actually see it, like these guys are about it, like these guys trained and are putting themselves out there to compete versus another guy. I think that environment's always good. It's always good to be a part of that energy, and it's contagious because that's what happened with me. Like being around like-minded people, watching them train, watching them how they handle this with their families, how like my friend used to tell me, he's like, look, this job can be frustrating and everything like that, but if you go to a practice, you're too tired to fight. You're calm. You refresh your mind. So I think going to this event will get a lot of people into it, and then little by little it goes from a scary thing to man, I want to be a part of that. You know, like I want to do that. So I think that's what I want. The message that I want to give out to everyone was that anything new is scary, and like you said, when you first start off jiu-jitsu, you get beat up. When you got some years in jiu-jitsu, you're still getting beat up. But it's kind of like you start falling in love with the process because you're like, man, I've never gotten beaten up like that before. I got to train for this. So that's always the thing that gets me going. Not that you're always winning. It's because my daughters, when I first started, I was losing a lot. And my dad's like, Daddy, why do you like this? You're losing. Like, aren't you scared to lose? And I'm like that. I'm like, babe, but like, I got lost. I didn't tap this time. Or I didn't feel that tired this time. Or I almost had him this time. And that's the addicting point about jiu-jitsu. It's not about winning or losing. It's being a better version of what you were when you first started. Because now when I think about myself like as a white belt, I know that I'm 10 times better than that guy. I don't worry about the guys that I'm going to face. I just like the progress that I've seen in myself. And I think that's what everybody has to see. You start off somewhere, and then one day you can get to that level where you can compete and be a part of this, you know?
Yeah, dude, 100%. It's those small wins that really matter. Like those small wins that keep you going and stuff like that. You know what's funny is I actually did my first striking class ever 2 days ago, and I've been training like I've been back into like full time training for like 6 months now, and I took it and it was a beginner's class. But dude, we do the warm up, we do striking, a little bit of sparring, and then like conditioning at the end. And dude, I felt so confident because I was like, this was not that it wasn't difficult. It was very difficult. But like I'm looking around at other people in the class, they're like huffing and puffing, drenched, people are hurting, and I'm like, this is kind of just like another thing, totally different. Like I suck. Like I gotta learn it all over again.
Yeah.
But like that jujitsu like training of like going through the warm ups and having hard rounds and like 10-minute rounds. So like it prepared me to be able to like go in there and be like, all right, like I'm actually like I'm gonna be good at this. The confidence booster is key for people who are watching this now. Like if you're looking to start jujitsu, dude, it's incredible. Like just go in there, do your free trial, and then just keep going back. Like what was your experience for like your first time going in there?
It was scary because I just needed something to get because I was in the army for a little bit and then I lost vision in my left eye during a training exercise. So I can't see out of my left eye, my knee, and then thank God I was able to work everything out with work and all these things. So it was kind of funny, like what Victor said, because there's always an excuse, kind of like, man, I can't go in this. I can't see out of my left eye. I'm old. I'm 30. I'm 37 years old. I'm gonna get beat up by young kids. But it kind of hit that I'm still a police officer, you know, and I'm my friend. I'm my coworker's backup. You know, I'm a girl dad of three. Like you're not. If God forbid something happens to them or something happens at work, no one's gonna care about my disadvantages. All they're gonna care about is getting the job done. So that was my first when I first came in as a white belt. I felt like I'll try it. I'll see how it goes or whatever like that. And then I started losing, and then just the competitor side of me started coming, and then the people there were super cool, and that was a good thing. Like you build a brotherhood, and like they really care about, like at least in my gym, they really cared about me coming back, and they really cared about like getting me better. And then now, as a blue belt, you see a new white belt that comes in, and they might have a hard day, they might get discouraged, and you can see it in their eyes that they don't want to be there. You kind of bring them, and you roll with them a little bit, you let them work, you show them. I'm like, like you give them that confidence, and that's the cool thing about jiu-jitsu. It's just that I feel like everybody there, or at least in my gym, it was not an ego thing that people are not there to beat you up. You're there to work, and then you're there to get better, and then after it's all done, you're there to kind of stay together. So that was that was a good experience for me. That it kind of like got my confidence back. So now at work, I kind of even forget sometimes, until like I kind of forget that like I just feel like everybody else now. I feel like I could bring something to the table. God forbid, like if something were to happen, I'm confident with myself that I can at least maintain somebody down until backup comes, or that I can I understand certain things about like leverage or distance or maintaining a good posture. If it goes to the ground, I'm no longer just thinking like you train hard on the mats to kind of bring you that confidence, but it comes comes with a price. It comes like that's what my coach always used to tell me. That confidence you're not going to get it in a month or 2, 3 months. You have to stay with it. It's not one of those things that, like, I think a lot of people think, like, okay, I've been doing jiu-jitsu for 6 months. I'm gonna be a blue belt. Like, that was my thing. I was like, oh, like, I'm an athlete. I'm in good shape. I'm strong. I could be a blue belt in 6 months. And then you kind of go through 6 months and you're like, yo, I don't know anything. I kind of just want to stripe on this belt, you know. So that was my thing. I fell in love with the process because it didn't become more about chasing belts or chasing medals or things like that. It came more of a like a therapeutic type of like, I'm gonna get better today, or I'm gonna do this better today, or I'm gonna try to learn this today. So that's been my experience so far. That it's just been like it's been a place that I can just go there and learn and let out all that energy, all that negative energy, and just get confident.
It's awesome, man. I completely agree. Shit, you make me want to train. I want to go to the afternoon class
Yeah.
now.
No, it's funny because that's why I love my daughter when she's 2, because she'll go to my practice and she'll love it, you know. And now my older girls, they'll come in sometimes and be like, Dad, you're gonna be here for another hour and a half.
Yeah.
And then but we all go together, you know. They really want to see me train, so that's the thing, and that's a good thing. If you find a good gym, like my coach, you know, sometimes I thought I would be look crazy. I'm like, Coach, I can't come. I got all the girls today. Like, he said, bring them. So it's pretty cool that we have that environment, you know. So
Dude, my gym's the same way.
yeah, it
Sometimes
helps.
I bring all 3 of them, or I'll bring like the 2 boys. And listen, they're rowdy. They can get rowdy. Like,
Yeah,
and they'll do their kids class, and then I'll do the adult class afterwards. And they'll be playing, sitting, they'll be watching. They'll be, oh, that is it. Sometimes they'll run on the mat and they'll be like, hey, and I'm like, oh, come back. You know, it's awesome, man. Though it's cool. There's a lot of gyms that are like very family friendly like that. Like I haven't been to a gym that hasn't been.
yeah.
It's awesome. Well, well, listen, man. For people watching right now, whether it's from Heroes on the Mat profile, your profile, YouTube, wherever, listen. In August, come represent, watch your match. I think it's going to be exciting. And thank you for doing this, man. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.